Hey guys, it's your average middle-aged American back again with another reaction video. This one is going to be on the top 20 places to visit in Spain. I have a couple other videos on Spain. One is people complaining about tourists. The other one is culture shocks, neither of which are extremely positive. However, this video is by Ryan Shirley, and he always brings a positive spin to any country he's in. Unbelievable videography and photography. I really recommend checking out his channel. He's got tons of videos, highest quality possible, and just enjoy watching his videos. So I have not seen this one yet, so we can watch it together. Before we start, just want to give another thanks to you guys, my subscribers, even my non-subscribers. The channel's doing pretty well. It's a little over 3 months old now. We have almost 600 subscribers. We're shooting for 1,000. And I just appreciate the participation, the comment section, you know, learning from each other. We don't always agree on everything, but we keep it civil. I appreciate that. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, helps me out. Like I said, we're shooting for 1,000. I think we can get there pretty quickly with your help.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I spent the last few years exploring the wonderful country of Spain, and I want to show you my favorite places.
I'm 8 seconds in. The guy, it's a little too adventurous for me. Makes me a little nervous every time I see him on the top of some mountain or jumping off a cliff. I hope it all works out for him, but he's going to have some amazing memories no matter what. Anyway, if you're not familiar with his videos, he's a very athletic, very adventurous guy, and he'll just run full speed like 2 feet away from the edge of a cliff, or as you can see, cliff diving and hiking up places that probably shouldn't be hiked up, etc. But that's allowed we get some of this amazing footage too. So can't have it both ways, I guess. That's why I'm sitting in a chair and he's on top of a cliff.
So here's my Spain top 20. Spain has to be one of my all-time favorite countries. It's home to some of the world's most stunning landscapes, intriguing history, and pure Mediterranean vibes. I've been to Spain 3 times now, and I just can't get enough of this country. Let's start this video off at possibly my favorite island in the world, Mallorca. When you think of a Mediterranean paradise, this is it. Mallorca is home to crystal clear water, windy roads, and some of the world's best cliff jumping spots. When I started solo traveling, this was the first place I went to, so it will forever have a special place in my heart. One of my favorite places in Mallorca is Cala Varquez. Now to get to Cala Varquez, you can walk down this long dirt road and make it down to the beach. Now you're going to be blown away by the beauty of this place. I mean, it literally has everything from sandy beaches to prime cliff jumping spots. The combination of white limestone, green vegetation, and crystal blue water makes for one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Now, when I was there, I did one of the biggest cliff jumps of my life, and I gained off this massive 60-foot arch. I mean, it was so freaking terrifying, but to this day, it's one of my all-time favorite travel memories. Another cool thing I did is me and my brother, we found these underwater caves, and we swam through them. I mean, I couldn't believe how clear this water was. It's my dream playground, and I can't recommend it enough. Now, on the other side of Mallorca, you can visit the famous road to Sa Calobra. Now, coming from the US, I'm used to wide roads and highways, so this blew my mind. Roads in Europe tend to be pretty skinny, but this was by far the most crazy road I've ever drove on. It was full of hairpin turns and loops that wind down the mountain. The surrounding area is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just had massive mountains that lead down to the sea. I believe a lot of car commercials are filmed here, and I totally understand why. I found a really cool lookout point to get a view of the road. When I was driving down it, I was just pretty terrified. There were some spots that only had enough room for 1 car. Now you can take the road down to the bottom and visit Torrent de Paris. It's this awesome beach between these 2 cliffs. I had just a good time chilling. I was just amazed by all the sailboats that were just vibing in the bay there. When I was there, I wish I would have stayed for sunset because I hear it's just incredible on that side of the island. Anyways, I can't recommend Mallorca enough. It's just an amazing place. Alright, so after Mallorca, we're going to go head to the Atlantic Ocean to visit the volcanic Canary Islands. Now, located off the coast of northwestern Africa, Canary Islands are home to some of the world's most unique landscapes. You might as well call them the Hawaiian Islands of Europe because that's what they remind me of. The biggest and most populated island on the archipelago is called Tenerife. Now, it looks like a prime location to film the next Jurassic Park film. I mean, it's just so crazy out there. One of the craziest places in Tenerife is the cliffs of Los Gigantes. They are these massive sheer cliff walls that rise 800 meters out of the ocean. I mean, I felt like I was going to see a
800 meters is 2,600 feet, which is almost half a mile. 800 meters, it's like 260 stories tall. God, I hope he doesn't jump off of that. That's wild.
flying dinosaur soaring over those cliffs. You can go venture to the windy roads of the Mosa Gorge, or you can explore the incredible seaside views at Playa Benmijo. I seriously just can't get over how beautiful this place is. Now, you could also...
I can't get over how beautiful the road is. I mean, that is a well-maintained road. Blacktop, I mean, you know, you can't put in perspective when you talk numbers. I mean, 800 meters, yeah. Until you look at a little tiny car, you know, it looks like a Matchbox car.
Also head over to the nearby island of Fuerteventura. Being the second largest of the Canary Islands, Fuerteventura also offers some jaw-dropping landscapes. The Playa de Cofete is an incredible isolated beach with a backdrop of desolate mountains. One of my favorite places is the Parque Natural de Coralejo. It's home to a pristine area that has sand dunes that go right up to the ocean. I mean, just how freaking cool is that? Fuerteventura is such a unique location. Aside from Tenerife and Fuerteventura, the Canary Islands are also home to islands such as Lanzarote and Gran Canaria. Canaries are a place that I haven't visited yet, but you best believe I'm going there as soon as I can. After, we're going to head to northern Spain. Now, northern Spain is such a stunning region. It's full of green scenery, huge...
See, to me, that looks like Ireland. I'm just an average middle-aged American. Listen. Haven't been there, haven't been to Ireland, but, you know, if I was doing flashcards and I had to guess, I would say that was Ireland. I had no idea Spain looked like this, with the desert and everything. It's wild. You know, I swear to God, I learn something every single day. Even days I don't watch videos, I learn something from you guys, the comments. It's mind-boggling. Hopefully I won't forget everything I know as I learn new stuff.
Huge mountains and an incredible coastline. Now, one of the most impressive cities in northern Spain is Bilbao. Bilbao is a beautiful port city filled with stunning architecture and history. One of the crowning features of the city is the Guggenheim Museum. It's one of the most unique buildings I've ever seen. Now, just an hour's drive from Bilbao, you can visit the islet of Gaztelugatxe. Now, the first church was built on the island all the way back in the 10th century.
Wow.
If you visit, you'll have to walk up a narrow path of more than 200 stairs. Now, you may recognize this island from Game of Thrones as Dragonstone. I mean, it's just such an epic location. Hope y'all can check out. After, we're going to head over to the nearby mountains of Picos de Europa. Now, located in northern Spain lies these crazy mountains that remind me a lot of the Dolomites. This is just another place that I haven't been yet, and I just want to go so freaking bad. One of the most crazy and impressive places is Naranjo de Bulnes. Now, it's this massive rock tower that shoots straight out of the mountain. I mean, just so freaking epic. I mean, I can't believe it. The highest point in Picos de Europa is Torre de Cerrero at an elevation of 2,650 meters. If you want to get lost in the mountains for a few days, you'll have to add Picos de Europa to your Spain travel list. After, we're going to visit the famous city of Barcelona. Now, when you think of Spain, this is what you probably imagine. Barcelona is home to incredible architecture, Mediterranean beaches, and an energetic vibe all around. The most iconic attraction in Barcelona is La Sagrada Familia. It's this Roman Catholic minor basilica that began construction over 138 years ago, and it still isn't finished. It's anticipated that construction will be...
Now, I don't know if I've asked this before or not, but what's up with the texture? It almost looks like a smeared painting, or like a, like it was covered in mud and it rained or something. It doesn't have that real sharp, crisp texture that I'm used to seeing on all these, cathedrals and castles and stuff. So let me know, is that just some kind of certain kind of architecture that I'm not familiar with, or is it just a really bad camera? I mean, I can see that, like, if you look to the right, you can see how much crisper that is. It's just like, or is this like so old that it's just weathered and then they're kind of working on it? Just let me know what's going on here. It looks odd. It looks almost kind of dark, you know.
We finished in 2026, but who knows? All I know is one of the most unique buildings in the world, and I still can't get my head around that it's been in construction since 1882. After Barcelona, we're gonna head over to the nearby mountains of Montserrat. Now it's just a quick hour train ride or drive from Barcelona, making it a perfect trip. Now Montserrat is really cool because it has these really unique mountains that give a view of all of Catalonia. Now when you get there, you can go take a cable car up to the Abbey of Montserrat, which is a mountain monastery that offers some incredible views. Now there's a ton of hiking trails that lead you to religious relics around the mountains. Definitely do some hikes once you're up there. I mean, it's just such a unique location, and you know me, I like my rocks.
I mean, can you just imagine building that just right there on the side of a mountain, a cliff, or whatever you want to call it? It's really cool.
Such a unique location, and you know me, I like my rocks. This place has a bunch of them. After, we're going to visit the city of Zaragoza, now located about 3 hours drive from Barcelona. Zaragoza is the 5th most populated city in Spain, with a population of around 700,000. One of the most impressive features of the city is the Cathedral Basilica of Our Lady of the Pillar. It's believed that St. James was preaching the gospel in Spain around 40 AD, when the Mother of God appeared to him on the banks of the river here and instructed him to.
I've noticed that a lot of these countries really take advantage of the use of lighting, which is good. Makes all the difference in the world. But I mean, it really paints a picture quite differently. Obviously, the lighting is new, but they do it in a way that it's tasteful. Makes such a big difference. Architectural lighting is a major game changer when it comes to structures that really have a lot of detail and have a lot of presence. So I'm glad that they didn't skip on that. Germany uses a lot of it. It's a big deal. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm glad they spent the money on it.
To build a church in her honor. Soon after, a little church was built, but this massive church you see today began construction in 1681 and took nearly 300 years to finish. I mean, I just can't believe how massive it is. Now, while we're still on the topic of St. James, we're going to head to northwestern Spain to visit Santiago de Compostela. Now, what's really cool about this city is it's the location of the shrine of the Apostle St. James. Now, since the 9th century, there has been a Catholic pilgrimage route named the Camino de Santiago, or in English, the Way of St. James. During the Middle Ages, it was one of the most important Christian pilgrimages to do. The beginning of the pilgrimage begins at one's home and ends at the shrine. The route passes through some stunning towns such as Logrono or Astorga. A lot of people will walk it, or you can also cycle it. I mean, it would just be such a fun trek to make one day. Now afterwards, we're going to head over to the capital of Spain.
See, I love that. That's me right there. Crisp, clean, hard lines, symmetry. That's beautiful. And I'm sure it lights up well. Awesome.
Madrid. Now, located in the center of the country, Madrid is a beautiful modern city. The Plaza Mayor is a great place to visit and experience the heart of Madrid. The Royal Palace is another incredible spot.
Wow.
It's the official residence of the Spanish royal family, and it's the biggest palace in all of Europe. I just can't believe how big it is. After Madrid,
So the royal family lives here and people just walk around like it's nothing? No guards, no military, no checkpoints, no nothing? Refugees welcome. Now, I just did a video on people protesting tourism or the handling of tourism and the effect it's had on their country. And you got a giant banner out that says refugees welcome. I don't know if that's a Ukraine thing or what.
head over to visit the nearby Alcázar de Segovia. Now located in central Spain, about an hour's drive from Madrid. I have to say this is one of Spain's most dramatic castles. It has a very distinct shape that resembles the bow of a ship. The castle was built in the 12th century as a fortress, but served as a royal palace, prison, and military academy throughout the years. Today it's a museum and one of Spain's most unique castles. After exploring the castle, we're going to visit nearby Toledo, located about 70 kilometers south of Madrid. Toledo is a stunning ancient city, perfectly placed on a hill. It's known as the city of three cultures due to its influences from Christians, Muslims, and Jews. The history of Toledo is fascinating and complex. It was taken over by the Moors for several centuries until it was conquered in the 11th century by the Castilians. Today the city has a population around 80,000. One of the most impressive is the Alcázar de Toledo. It was once used as a Roman palace and then it was eventually restored in the 16th century. Another amazing city in Spain is Córdoba. It's home to more World Heritage sites than anywhere in the world, with 4. One of the coolest features of the city is the Mons Cathedral of Córdoba. It's regarded as the most accomplished monument of Moorish architecture. It was finished in 746 AD and it was converted to a Christian church in the 16th century. Another one of my favorite cities in Spain is Ronda. It's just a 2 hours drive from Córdoba and it's home to one of the most scenic bridges I've ever seen, called Puente Nuevo. It was built in the 18th century to cross the El Tajo Gorge. It stands 120 meters over the canyon floor. I just can't get over the architecture of the arches. What a beautiful spot.
120 meters is 36 stories. That bridge is 36 stories high. And it was built in the 1700s. That's crazy. And it's crazy that it's structurally sound. I mean, think about how much heavier everything is now than it used to be. No electricity, no power tools, no computers, no gas-powered cranes, bulldozers, and nothing. It's all manual. All manual. It's just, I don't know. I'll never stop being amazed to know that people just got up every morning and built that thing, 10 or 20 times harder than it is today.
Spot. Now from Ronda, we're going to make the 2 hours drive to Granada. Now located at the base of the Sierra Nevada mountains, Granada is an elegant Spanish city. The crowning feature of Granada is the Alhambra. It's a fortified Moorish palace that was completed in 1354.
Wow.
The interior of this palace is stunning. There's a reflection pool and a pillared courtyard.
See, now that reminds me of Morocco. My grandfather was stationed in Morocco for the United States military. And that gives me Morocco vibe right there. I don't know, maybe Morocco took it from Spain. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off, but it just reminds me of Morocco for some reason. It's beautiful.
reflection pool and a pillared courtyard. I mean, I totally understand why it's one of the most renowned Islamic buildings in Europe. After Granada, we're going to head over to Seville. Now, as the capital of the Andalusia region in Spain, Seville is a very historic city where flamenco dancing was born. The Cathedral of Seville will blow your mind. It's one of the largest churches in the world, and it's the world's largest Gothic church. Another impressive site in the city includes the Plaza de España. It's a beautiful place that's the perfect combination of Baroque, Renaissance, and Moorish architecture. Afterwards, we're going to visit the nearby port city of Cadiz, now located on Spain's southern coast, about an hour's drive from Seville. Cadiz is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Europe, as it was founded by the Phoenicians over 3,000 years ago, and I just think it's such a beautiful city with its white buildings as they're placed perfectly on the narrow strip of land. Now, after Cadiz, we're going to head over to the energetic city of Valencia. Now, being Spain's third most populous city, Valencia is full of culture and history. It's located on Spain's southeastern coast. One of the most impressive attractions in Valencia is the City of Arts and Sciences. I mean, it's one of the most unique modern architectural structures that I've ever seen. Construction began in 1996 and it was inaugurated 9 years later. It was estimated that construction cost almost $1 billion. But anyways, you can go paddleboard on the water, or you can go watch a film in the IMAX theater there. I mean, the surrounding Science Museum Park is also a beautiful place to walk around and enjoy the beauty of Valencia. Alright, so for my last location, we're going to head over to the wild island of Ibiza. Now, while Ibiza is known for crazy nightlife and party city, it also has some of the world's best beaches and cliff jumping. Me and my brother decided to go to Ibiza for Halloween because why not? Anyways, we spent the first few days exploring the island, and honestly, I was pretty disappointed because I couldn't find any really cool cliff jump spots. But on our last day, when we had just a few hours before...
Tell me this guy's not doing flips on this wall right here, which is hundreds of feet in the air.
Nightlife and party city, it also has some of the world's best beaches and cliff jumping. Me and my brother decided to go to Ibiza for Halloween because why not?
Now watch.
Anyways, we spent the first few days exploring the island, and honestly, I was pretty disappointed because I couldn't find any really cool cliff jump.
Is that the same wall? I mean, is he? Are they that crazy? I'd be afraid to tie my shoe up there. And they're doing flips.
Jump spots, but on our last day, when we had just a few hours before our plane was about to take off, and we found this secluded cove, we hiked down and made sure the water was deep enough, and we found this perfect cliff, and I threw some jumps off, and then my brother did a wild double backflip off the cliff. One of my favorite places on Ibiza is this island called Isla Dedra. It's this rugged, uninhabited island that shoots over 400 meters straight out of the ocean. Now, there's a lot of myths and legends about Vedra, and some claim that it's the third most magnetic place in the world. I'm not sure if that's true. I just know that it's one of the most beautiful islands I've ever seen. You can rent a boat and go cruise around the island looking for some epic cliff jump spots, or just enjoy the beauty of this limestone island. Next time I'm in Ibiza, I'm going to make sure to go check out Vedra and see if the myths and legends are true. Whether you want to go to Ibiza for cliff jumping or just partying with Kaigo, it's one of the most entertaining places to visit. Well, that is it for my Spain top 20. Let me know where your favorite place is in Spain in the comments below.
Well, there you go, guys. Looks like a beautiful, beautiful place. Kind of understand why the Spanish people want to keep it to themselves, according to the other video I did. But in all seriousness, it's a beautiful place. It looks like it has a lot of different landscapes too. Quite diverse. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So go check out his channel. He's got a ton of videos, and they're all very, very well done. Assuming they're taking tourists when we go, we'll definitely be checking Spain out. If you're new to my channel, it's anything and everything that interests me as an average middle-aged American, including international travel, learning about other countries, other cultures, learning more about my own country, sometimes defending my country, having civil discussions in the comment section. and just kind of checking out what the rest of the world's doing. So I appreciate you subscribing. Thumbs up goes a long way, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.